Today on Draw Stuff Real Easy, I'm going to show you how to draw a chalice, but let's not talk about it. Let's do it. So what is a chalice? Well, it's like a ceremonial cup. And we're going to start by drawing an ellipse at the top like that. And then you want to come down into the bowl of the cup like that, and then we want the stem, but we're going to make the stem a bit fancy and put a kind of a little thing in the middle of it. So we've got the stem coming down, and then we want the ellipse coming around there, two lines coming down and another sort of half of an ellipse joining them up. Bit of a stem again coming down, and then we want that to go the other way from the bowl above in the other kind of direction, and then that's going to come around and join there in a curve straight down, and then join those up there too. Now I'm going to start by going all the way around the outside, and we need to follow the line around like that, and then the edge of the cup wants to sort of come in around like that, and then we're going to let that kind of disappear off into dots, and then here we're going to do something similar, but we'll let that sort of come and disappear off into dots as well. Bring those two little lines down there, and then we're going to do a kind of a wiggly line like that and a wiggly line like that. It's just adding a bit more decoration to the whole thing. And then we'll kind of do a wiggly line around there too. Line down there, and then wiggle, 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 wiggle. And then we'll come around like that. And then we're going to do a bit of pattern in there just to make it look more interesting, and we're going to put some dots in there as a bit of pattern too. And then we can come down here all the way around to the bottom, and similarly here this is going to come around and join up there, down, down, join up at the bottom, and actually I'm going to draw an extra little rim around the bottom there too. So now we need to add a little bit of decoration to the whole thing, and I'm going to do a kind of a wiggly wiggly line up like that, and then to one side of it come out and then follow it, but getting closer and closer and closer. And then we're going to want to do a curve, so let's draw a curve like that and see if we can do the same kind of thing but on a curve. So it's going to get closer and closer and closer, and here we want it to be wiggle, 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 closer and closer and closer and closer. And then here we're going to see some little bits of kind of where it's kind of stuck on the outside. So two little bits like that, and then we can kind of do things like that, and then we'll put on a jewel. I think we're also going to draw another line around there, and we're just going to put a bit of sort of pattern in there. It's just a very simple pattern, and it'll just slightly get closer and closer together there. And we're going to put jewels here, and so as they look at us they should be kind of circles like that, and then here they want to be ellipses like that, and then we're going to see another jewel kind of sticking out on the side there as well. And again you can put little dots inside these jewel mountings like that. And we could maybe put sort of lines up the middle of these just to make them look a bit more interesting. And here we're going to do another little bit of curly ziggy zaggy bit like that, and put dots in all of them just to make it a bit more interesting. And we're going to do the zigzag thing again, curly thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, up like that, and getting closer and closer and closer. So these are kind of representing flames or rivers or something like that on this chalice. The flames of, see, I mean, it could be something like The Hobbit, so these could be the flames of Orthanc or something like that. And let's do another jewel here. So we've got a jewel in there like that, there like that. We'll put dots around again. Just, that's all you need is little dots. It just adds that little bit more interest, doesn't it? And then we can do kind of a line up the middle there too. And then when you're absolutely sure that the ink is dry, you can erase all those pencil lines. And here we're going to want to put some little curving lines in there, getting smaller and smaller and smaller, just to kind of give some shadow on the inside. And the same thing coming around here, but they're getting shorter and shorter, these little curving lines. The jewels should have a little bit of shade in them, so you just need to put a little kind of curve in there like that. We should have some shade underneath there, I think, and probably underneath here. So these are getting longer and longer and longer and longer, and I think we'll have similar kind of pattern along here, just to break it up and make it look more interesting. If you've got some fantastic pattern you want to put in there, you're absolutely free to do that. And then all we need to do is to add a little bit of shade to put it on the table or the altar or whatever, and we can have the edge of it like that. If you really wanted to, you could just add a little bit of shade coming up and around there like that, and then maybe a bit in there, but you don't want to do too much. And these were getting smaller and smaller into dots like that. And there you go, how to draw a chalice real easy. Thanks for watching, and make sure you are subscribed to Draw Stuff Real Easy, and keep coming back for lots more drawing videos every week. In the meantime, keep drawing, 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 practice, 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 and I'll see you next time. You take care now. Bye bye.